clicked that button. Holy shit, there's us.
Wow.
Wow.
Hello, everybody.
Incredible.
We're back. It's a Friday on Defenders of Kobold, and I'm running, which means we're playing Anvea, Tomes of Ruin. Back at it after a 3-week break, I think. It was
yeah.
SCP themed.
2 SCP games.
And then a drunken Baldur's Gate 3 session.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You can barely even call it a Baldur's Gate session. It's mostly just an antagonized Joe session.
It really was.
Me trying to speed run while my party kills me.
Yeah. I mean, somebody had to slow him down.
Hey, I wasn't killing you.
It was good.
Dan was killing you. I was just giving him encouragement.
It was a lot of fun, though. And now I understand how multiplayer works. That's cool. Yeah. But yeah, we're back to Anvea. So taking a little bit of a break made me rewrite a ton of rules. I think I explained all the ones that are major. There's just a little bit of tweaks as we're moving into kind of the Act 2 of the campaign. We're about the halfway point. But it might be short or longer, depending on how you guys do things. But yeah. So when we last left off, you guys had been tasked with finding the sharp rat, Minton the cat. He had been taken. You learned that he was killed by this large vulture thing.
I gave him a back rub.
You did give him a back rub. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The vulture had become intelligent because it ate the cat, and the cat had a magic collar, and it was enchanting the vulture from within, giving it some intelligence. And you talked to a giant cypress tree leshy guy who was asking you guys to...
I have to interrupt for a moment because I just thought of something really stupid, and I'm not going to be able to focus until I say it. So the vulture was enchanted from within, and I was just thinking about the Pathfinder game, and I'm like, that's how my fucking cleric enchants things from within.
Yes,
that's
exactly how that works.
I feel like we're all better without knowing this.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Everybody was. Everybody is?
If you haven't, highly recommend.
Yeah. So you guys found the cat, cut it out of the vulture after killing it. Chuck convinced it to subject itself to a massage, and then it was turned on. You guys cut it out. You did some magic healing on it. Saw that the collar was regenerating the cat. And it took its first breath as we cut last session. So we pick it up. You all see this cat. It's got a little bit of its fur put all the way back. You see there's still a few bits of holes here and there that the hair hasn't really grown back all the way yet.
Sure, they'll be fine.
Yeah. It's starting to move.
Got mange.
Paws twitch a little bit. Takes a breath. Hear its bell jingle a little bit. It flips up very quickly. Looks all of you. It scurries over. There's a little bit of a bush nearby, and it runs back behind that quickly and crouches behind it and peers its head out. Looks at all of you. Looks around more. It's like, where am I? Why am I not? Where's the brewery?
Oh, it's over there.
It's over there. You got eaten by a bird.
Mm-hmm.
We killed the bird.
We did.
And we saved you.
We did.
Yep.
And he looks over at the giant vulture thing. I remember that. Mm-hmm. It fought dirty. I was valiantly swatting it away from our brewery. And then it came in and attacked me when I wasn't looking, hunting a little rat.
Seems that's what they do.
Yep.
There's another guy in there that's also dead, but he did not get fixed.
Oh, yeah.
He got reverse fixed
Another
pretty thoroughly.
In the bird with you, he was just a face.
Yeah.
Who's the face of our friend, though?
Also
So
true.
That
thank
face
you
is
for
still
the
like
vengeance.
sitting out.
That one, in fact,
Removed.
right over there.
Looks at them like,
Your
hmm.
tree
Mhm.
friend is waiting for you. Your
Oh,
brewery's a bit of a mess. No offense.
He is
Oh, it
going
has
to
been
be
for quite a while. That's just been us.
yeah.
You know, I was okay with it. I liked that the water kept everything out. There was plenty of birds and rats and things for me to hunt. I just slept
So
all
we
day.
shouldn't have turned the water off.
It's okay. I didn't know how to. I just left it, but
We figured it out.
water will be there a while.
We're smart.
Probably
First
because
bit
you
of
have no
sunshine,
thumbs.
and
Yeah.
yes, there was some sort of spell on it. I didn't want to dabble with it. Didn't want to risk getting wet.
Of course.
But,
Of course.
didn't seem
Thumbs.
worth it. Yeah, it's been black skies for a long time, and now there's a little bit of sunlight. Cypress got a pep in his step, cleared out some of the shrubbery, fixed up the sign, and been a bunch of weird people coming through, like you. But I suppose it's
Other-
just
Who
good.
are the other weird people?
Well, he was one of them. And he looks at the face of Ballastar.
He is
He was
weird, but he's like a good kind of
Alive
weird.
last time. He had a little bit more of a body to him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably a lot
Pretty sure
more.
that's him.
Mhm.
Yeah, big fellow. I liked him. He didn't stay very
I
long.
mean, we killed the rest of
That's
them.
why I
So
liked him.
We put to rest the rest of him.
We did.
yeah, it didn't die.
He was one of our first in a while. There was a few people that have tried to loot us in the past that Cyprus dealt with. Who else? Oh, and then there was this horrible smelling lady that showed up. She smelled a lot like this bird. It showed up right after her. She was okay, but smelled horrible. Smelled of blight, like this thing. And kind of like pause at it.
So
She was
what's
only
your
here at
plans-
night.
What's your plans now, Milton?
The what?
What are your plans now?
He kind of looks around. Like, well, I guess I would like to go back to
Okay.
the brewery. It's my home. Sure,
All right.
Cypress is dying to see me. He gets
Yeah,
always in a
Dying / killing, maybe both.
yes. He throws tantrums here now. He gets very moody.
Yeah. He's been tapped a lot.
He has. Yeah. He hoped that bringing more. He wasn't exactly the best when it came to brewing himself, but he hoped that making some more product would draw more customers. He got very restless over the last few hundred years. While I just slept.
As you probably do, I guess.
So he tapped himself a lot. Found every tap he could, put it in different places, made a bunch of beer, ale. So very gross.
Maybe
The thieves stole all of it.
to take a break from brewing.
Yes, I'm okay with just hunting the little rats and mice and things.
Mm.
And waiting for other weird people to show up. Hopefully,
Do you want to go with us to see weird people?
Could, I suppose, but Cypress might not like that. But
It might not be his decision to make.
Yeah. We can talk it over. But why don't we get you back and reconnect with your friend, and he'll be happy to see you, I'm sure.
Will there be things to hunt? Rats, birds?
I'm sure there will be.
Maybe. Until there aren't.
Tempting. I'm getting bored with our limited selection of things here. Hasn't been very many recently.
There might be for a little while, like I said, until there aren't.
I will think it over. But now. And then he sits and he kind of raises his paws up. Escort me back to the brewery, please.
You got it.
He stretches very long.
I've
You
seen
pick him up.
cats do that before.
Yeah, we give him the long cat carry.
Yep. He kind of scurries and he climbs and sinks his claws a little bit into your shoulder and positions himself there. Doesn't hurt. Well, it hurts, but not enough to do damage.
We all know it hurts.
Yeah.
I don't.
True.
Good.
You
We
notice,
can fix that.
No.
with him being as this close to you now, Dan, he's kind of brushed up against his ear. His heart is like very irregular, like boom, 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 boom. It's got weird breathing.
I assume that's normal
Yeah.
for something
Probably.
that just came back to life.
Especially from such a state as it was in. So
Yeah.
We'll give it some time and see if that stabilizes.
You should do a medicine check on it.
What?
I promote you to party cleric.
That's basically what I am already.
Well, good.
But I only have magical medicine,
You do.
which is under mend, I believe. Still,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
let's do it. Wisdom. How do I get to it now?
So it's a macro. So
Yes, I
if you
see
have
that. I
your
got the macro.
token selected,
Maybe that's
and
the
then
problem.
yeah, you have to have the token selected, and then click D6 dice pool. I updated this macro a little bit too. It'll tell you what your casting attribute is if you have one, and it'll tell you if you're missing spells or not.
I only. There we go. Okay. I think my casting attribute is supposed to be broad, but we'll roll wisdom for now because I think they're the same.
All right.
Nailed it.
Back
You
to
did the
form.
best job.
I did. Now we're gonna go ahead and before I forget, I'm supposed to roll 2d6. Looks like all right. I'll save those for later.
All right.
All right.
Oh, good.
There we go.
All right. So your casting focus is your sword hilt.
Yeah.
And I pictured this as you were casting it, is you just kind of like put the pommel of your sword hilt up to your
I was
ear.
gonna say rather than the stabbing, I imagine it's just like we rest the pommel on it and I listen to the sword blade.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was
It's
picturing.
just like a stethoscope.
Yeah, you hold it up to your ear. He's sitting on your shoulder still, and you kind of listen. You turn a little bit, and hear whispers and things. And are you going for more like an informational check with this mend, or is it more of like a?
This is very informational. I don't know what to. That there's much else to fix. It should fix itself, I think.
Yeah, and you get that sense. Seems that its skin and things have mostly come back, but there's like bits of hair and things that are there. You get the sense that almost like when there's like air caught in a fluid line or something like that. There's his blood in his veins and things, and a lot of his organs aren't quite back to talking to each other correctly. So
We got to bleed his brakes.
Yeah, that's definitely
losing their mind.
That's definitely it.
So you get the sense that that's probably why their organs are acting very strangely. You also would get the sense that this is probably incredibly painful, but he doesn't seem to be reacting to that very much.
Maybe he's just used to being in incredible pain. Hooray!
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be
you get the
an
sense that it's
improvement.
probably going to work itself out.
Yeah. Or maybe it's magic of the collar makes it,
tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it definitely does seem to be like the collar is continuing to improve their health. Like you get a lot of healing energy out of this collar. Radiates. But you guys make your way down. You climb down this hill, wade through the water, make it back over to the interior of the brewery. You hear more like stepping. The whole place shakes a little bit as Cypress is slowly just perusing about inside. You walk through, immediately turns and sees that you have the cat and says in his low voice again, Minton's back. And he reaches out his branch.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his
And
voice.
Me too.
Vines twist out a little bit. And Minton hops down. He jumps onto his arm and climbs up and wraps his way around and sits on top of Cypress there. He's like, there you are. I'm sure you missed me. How long have I been gone? And Cypress looks around, says, many days, many weeks.
Sounds right.
Lost count. He says, I've really been dead that long. Didn't feel like it. It's more like a blink. Bad smell. You guys.
I mean, that's probably what being dead is like, I suppose.
Yeah, I imagine you lose track of time.
Yeah.
Depending on your afterlife, yeah.
I almost heard this like music for a little bit, but it went away.
Did we play music?
Now I'm back.
So
It wasn't
far,
like a music box, was it?
music is a bad thing so far. Yeah.
No, it was more like choir. Many voices.
That's weird.
Not all of them were in tune, but a few of them were. A lot of noise in it. But
Even weirder.
Yeah.
At least you think they could
Very
be
faint.
good when you're dying.
Very discordant. Lots of fire around it.
yeah.
Okay.
With that, you see Cypress is looking a little strange now. Like you hear their wood and bark creaking a lot. And they're kind of slowing down. Cypress begins to say, I was tasked with 3 responsibilities. Maintain the brewery, tend to its patrons, and protect Minton. The brewery's in ruin. My taps are dry. The patrons are gone. And I've been unable to protect Minton.
Maybe you could restructure this as like a museum of sorts.
He continues to creak and slow. You see some of the color kind of fading from his bark. He says, I am tired of failing these 300 years. But now I want to go somewhere where I can no longer fail.
Muted, Chuck.
What the fuck? Where you going, man?
I think he's going to be a tree.
See more color return. The bark settles.
Let's-
Because as he's been moving, the bark kind of is separated a little bit from his wood. So it's a little bit like more fluid. You see it sealing back in, almost like a puzzle.
Cypress, would you want to travel? You and Milton, you could travel with us, see the world.
This is my home, and I don't want to leave my brothers.
Fair enough.
So, what are you doing there, man?
Doesn't respond, and Minton crawls around and sits kind of on the shoulder, looking in his face, like Cypress, poking at them, scratching into it. Cypress continues to slow, and eventually, he looks just like a normal cypress tree now.
In the middle of the bark.
As his roots extend a little bit below.
Well, this is going to take a lot of decorating, or we're just going to have to cut him down because he's not going to fit in this place as a brewery. All right, I guess we could leave him.
Yeah, it'd be a unique feature.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, imagine the next people who come through here, they'd be like, wow, this is really something.
Yeah.
It's a shame
Nice
that all
room
this
together.
water is going to dry up, and he probably will too.
I mean, we
Yeah,
could
is there
hang
any way we
pots
could
back
like
on.
Yeah, just like make it moist, damp.
Yeah,
Or I mean,
rather
like
than
there's lots of.
open up the ceiling so like rain can get them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That would probably work.
Mhm.
I'll get my axe.
Okay.
There's lots of places that it's crumbled a little bit. There is like little beams of light here and there that have poked through the ceiling, so it's not hard to open it up more. This entire time, Minton's poking at Cypress. Like, that's not funny. Come on. He always throws his tantrums, but he's better. Come on,
Uh,
Cypress.
I think he's done.
yeah, man.
I think he's done.
He just.
Yeah.
It sounds like he just wants to take a very long nap. Why don't you just hang out with us? We can come back later and see if he's woken up.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
A long time from now.
I
Yeah.
suppose. He looks at him, pokes again. Then he hops down. He sits. He looks at the rest of you. Where were you all from?
All over.
Yeah, out west myself, but
Up north.
The central place.
Why did you pass by the brewery? Where are you going to?
Somewhere else.
Kind of heading north.
Yeah.
We've decided to be a traveling petting zoo.
Yeah.
also
Kinda, sorta
cult
headed
spankers.
Kethris, I think. That sounds right.
Yeah, we're headed
Yeah.
towards Kethris.
Mm-hmm. Petting zoo. Traveling petting zoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
We've got some animals
Can't
with
say
us.
I've encountered one of those.
Yeah.
Do like animals though.
Yeah. Just
You have any birds?
we do. We have one. His name is Puffin Daddy. Please leave him alone.
I would love to travel.
No, we have several. We have chickens.
Oh yeah, we
But they
got
also have
chickens
names.
too. I forgot
Yeah.
that they were birds since they don't fly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Hennifer would be very angry with you right now.
absolutely. Hennifer is probably wildly offended, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't tell her.
That's what I'm going to do as soon as I see her.
Fucking Christ, man.
I would like
Chickens
to
are
participate
tasty.
in
You
this
would?
petting zoo.
All right, that'd
How
be
do I
pretty
pet
cool.
these chickens?
Well, first you got to
I've-
come with us.
Really bad feeling about this.
No, surely nothing will go wrong.
No. Minton, do you like to kind of perform in front of people? It sounded like when the bar was open, you like to kind of entertain a little bit with the folks and the travelers and everything.
I did for quite a while. I
Yeah.
enjoyed when I first got the collar, I didn't like the noise that came with it, the thoughts. It was much too busy. But then I realized that the amount of chaos and pain I could cause people by just saying simple words to them.
This has escalated, and I'm really starting to like where it's going.
Because I think our petting zoo needs an MC
Yeah.
That's true.
How do you feel about kitten mittens?
and a top hat. A little top hat.
Perhaps, if it's not too tight around the neck.
Okay.
And the mittens, though? It's important.
As long as my doesn't stop my claws, I'm not opposed.
Probably not. We'll find out.
I think it'll be fine.
I was reaching on that one. No one took it.
Mm-mm.
Always sunny.
Oh, I missed it entirely then. Yeah.
I've only seen a few bits of that show.
Just
Your
watch-
cats always stomp to your house in the middle of the night.
I'm telling you, it's the Family Feud. That's the episode.
Mm.
Yeah.
What is this enticing bowl of lumpy white? It's cottage cheese.
That's wonderful. You see Minton thinking it over. He looks back, and as he looks back, he quickly looks back to you guys. It's like, I very much want to leave.
All right, man.
Well, come on, because there's obviously no beer left in the trees. It's a tree.
He does a similar thing, raises his paws. It's like
Uh-huh.
he sits on top of your head, needs your hair a little bit.
It's better than.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Jake is dead.
We had a Jake die again.
Oh,
It's
God.
better than him getting up there
I'm
on his own.
separated into parallel dimensions.
Oh no. Hang
You've
on.
been cut in twain. Or something.
You've been teleported like one of my characters.
Mhm.
Oh, that's actually a fact.
Hang on. I want to work on
So the important
fixing
question is,
things.
which half of you is the half that died?
The left one.
The answer is both.
Oh.
The answer is both.
Yeah.
As soon as I start fixing it, there
It's
returns Jake.
Oh,
You're
It's a
back.
Jake.
This is a program.
What?
he's returned.
Yes.
Jake
He's
is
undead.
back.
Is. As you walk out, you make it back to your cart. Or actually, your cart is in. You brought it into the.
We brought it in. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now that he's retreat himself, this is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It will be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With that.
He should have thought about that first.
We'll
I
just
don't think you should
It
do
takes
whatever.
quite a while.
yeah.
The water's not draining that fast. Like you can't tell that you've shut off the taps.
Sure.
I mean, I imagine that's probably gonna take a good while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ground is totally saturated with water. Has been for a while, so still very muddy. You're able to pull it down, but with your ox, you're able to make some progress. But every so often, you get caught on like roots and things that need to be dug up. I'm going to say everyone needs to take a point of exhaustion.
No,
Fatigue.
That sounds
Like-
fair.
why can't I just roll for Ron to not?
Because
Joe said so.
it's definitely fatiguing no matter what. It's,
Darn.
Yeah.
I mean, you had an opportunity to make me take 3 points of fatigue when I failed my Brawn check.
Oh snap!
Could have.
There's a Steve stealing murder. Hey guys, Bert, how's it going?
hey, Bert. I just got my book in the mail. Yeah, I forgot to
Ooh.
post a picture of it
Oh
from
shit!
the
Cool.
DCC auction. It is
Oh,
did-
nice.
very big.
Did you get the Weird Frontiers book?
I
No.
got the DCC Vancian cover.
Is it the hardcover?
I had
I got
thought about.
the nice one. It's hardcover and it's still in the plastic.
Nice.
Nice.
It's
I
like
had
this
thought about
thick.
going
It's
in for the
huge.
Weird Frontiers one.
I threw a little bit at that and it went way above.
Yeah,
what I was willing to
it,
pay
it
for.
It sold
went
for
way
like
past what I could
400.
pay for. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was too
Yeah.
much for me.
I threw 200 at it and then it just went way past that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, nope, not worth.
Mm.
Would have been cool.
Would have been
But-
very cool.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I'll have to post a picture of that book here in the Discord. But yeah, anyways, yes, all eventually, a few hours later, are able to very grudgingly pull this car out of the swampy muck that is around this brewery, get it back onto the path. This entire time, Minton has been kind of on top of the cart looking around, and he's been peering down over the edge in through the bars, staring at. I imagine you have like all of the animals just kind of together
Yeah.
in there, right?
Is he
Yeah.
not staying on my head all the time?
Mittens is
No,
our first predator, so we haven't really had to think about separating them.
No, why would we? Because
Yeah.
they're all good friends, just like us.
Yeah.
We haven't killed each other yet.
That's true.
Not yet.
Surely cats and chickens and puffins get along
Oh, yeah.
perfectly in nature.
They've got a long wait.
Chickens would be a bit large for him, probably. I mean, he's a cat, but chickens are pretty good size. Maybe.
They can be rude. Have you never seen Zelda?
That's true.
I don't mess
That's
with
true.
chickens.
Yeah, you mess with one chicken, you mess with 100 chickens.
That's very true.
Probably
It's true.
more. There's chickens off screen. Yeah, you don't even know who you're messing with.
Chicken ancestry goes way back. They still know how to murder.
They do.
You make it back to the road. You see that there's the sign again pointing to the Minton Brewery, and the other direction on the sign says towards Brindle Rook. With that, you continue on your way.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little bit darker in the day than you were expecting before reaching the next town, with how long it was taking to travel or whatever.
Darn
But-
Cyprus.
We can just return to
Yeah.
camp and take a long rest.
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3 style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use that because my HP needs some filling up.
Sure does. I think most of you are pretty hurt.
Yeah.
I fell out of a tree.
Yeah, you
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
Like a
I remember
champ.
that now. It was great.
Like Dan's any Weird Frontiers character
Oh,
who
yeah.
also fall out of trees all the time.
You either fall out of trees or you get stunned lock while you're in a tree.
Yes.
Mhm.
Are trees like like Chuck with horses? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, no, I somehow always roll up an ideal gunslinger. So I'm like, my gunslinger will go up into the tree so he can see things, and then he'll shoot at them, and then he misfires and he gets stunned, and he either stays in the tree stunned or falls out of the tree stunned. That's pretty much the whole flow chart right there.
It's
Yeah.
very accurate.
Yeah, trees aren't Dan's horses. Dice
Oh.
are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
fair. That's
It
fair.
would have happened without the tree, honestly, but
Yeah.
It would have happened all the same. It's just it's more exciting when it's up in a tree
It is.
because then something else can happen.
Everything
more
is
dramatic that way.
exciting up in a tree.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
that, it's getting late into the night. Sun's starting to go down. And had you left like in the morning, you think you could have made it to town, maybe right at the night. So sun's starting to set. And I guess you have a choice if you want to push through traveling in the darkness, or if you want to try and camp up for the night.
I'm down with camping up for the night.
Same.
Same.
All right. You all pull over on the side of the road. And everyone has it's kind of hand waved having camping supplies and things
Mhm.
as you're setting up camp.
You only need 40 a night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. More Baldur's Gate 3.
Which one of these do you guys not see?
I don't like that, Joe. I don't like that at all. Those dice all have question marks on them.
Cool.
Oh no, the Riddler.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
What are you
No,
doing here,
ask
Eddie boy?
fine. He's obsessed
gonna
with
ask us
Batman
questions.
usually. We're fine.
You guys are all setting up camp, gathering things, setting up your tents and things. And I'll say,
What's the terrain like here?
You're in like a nature and desolate kind of
I mean, is
crossover.
it trees?
like-
Is it scrublands? Plains?
It's plains that are there's like sparse bits of trees every so often.
Okay.
You can see there's like hills way off to the north, and then a little bit of hills that are not quite as high. Like the hills to the north eventually transfer into mountains. To the south, they're just kind of go off into the horizon. There's little pockets here and there of grass that's coming back. But it's kind of densely or kind of sparsely populated everywhere. You hear the occasional like sound of an animal here and there. With
Well, if y'all
this,
want, while you're setting up camp, why don't I want me to keep watch?
Sure.
You've got a lot of eyes to do that.
Yep.
You
So I
True.
figured
You're probably the most qualified.
Jake,
Oh no.
you see a bunch of feathers all over the outside of the petting zoo cart.
Huh.
I don't
a
like
bunch
this.
of what?
Feathers.
Feathers.
Oh no.
I will investigate these feathers more closely.
I didn't decorate the cart.
If that cat ate
You're
one
like-
of the chickens.
You're crunching,
Hmm.
snapping. It's pretty
Minton?
dark. You have a lantern out.
Can I kick off my discern cantrip, Joe?
Yeah.
Do-
Fire that off. You call out Minton, Jake, you said?
Yes.
Call that out. You don't hear a response. It sounds like the snapping and kind of like tearing, fleshy noises coming from underneath the cart.
I got a success.
Okay. With this discern cantrip, are you looking for like things around the camp, or what are you
I'm
looking for?
basically, I'm kind of looking for things around the camp, and I'm basically trying to give myself like a amplified, like low light vision kind of thing.
Sure. You see there's lots of like fox-like kind of creatures that are popping up here and there. They're staying their distance back, and they're pretty far away. Every so often you'll see their like eyes barely catch the light of the light sources here in your camp.
Might not be Minton. Hey, Minton? You around, buddy?
And you hear a little bell jingle.
Where'd the bell jingle come from?
And you hear scratching, and you look up and you see on top of the cart, there's Minton. He's stretching really long. His claws are just kind of going against the roof of the cart. He stretches and like, yes, what? I was sleeping.
Oh, fair enough. I don't think it was Minton. We got
Rudiger, we need a gun.
we got fox things around here, and I'll like ready my rifle.
Yeah. I get ready for murder.
Jake, by the cart.
Minton,
Yes.
You
you
look
just
up. You
stay up there.
hear the bell above you. Hear Minton say where he was. You see more of these feathers. Looks like they are just kind of on the ground, have been dragged underneath the cart.
Well, there's only one thing to do now, and it's waste my best skills saving a chicken.
Well worth it.
I imagine you peer under the cart, Jake.
Yeah, I'll peer under it with my trusty whip at the ready.
Okay. You're down. You've got your lantern. You don't really see anything at first, but then towards the front of where the cart is, you see that there's a chicken that's been ripped in two, and you see this weird fox-like creature. It's got very wide paws, and it's just got its face in the chicken. Because Hennifer Gardner's been eaten.
Curses.
Whatever this is,
How?
I'm killing it.
How could they do this to me?
Rudiger, it's up towards the front. One of the chickens
Fox's
has been
ears are
killed.
split, and as it's biting, and you're looking down, and the light kind of hits it. It pauses for a little bit. It looks up, turns its side of its head, and it snarls. And you see the part in its mouth goes back very, very far up its neck. You see it bears lots of teeth.
Got an
Barks
unusually large mouth. Does he ask us if we want to see how he got these scars?
Oh no.
As they bark, John,
Yeah.
you see Pair of eyes. Pair of eyes. Pair of eyes. Pair of eyes.
They're getting prepared to swarm us here.
Focusing in on the camp, catching the light of your guys' camp.
Right.
I've got
I'm
it
gonna-
distracted. You can shoot the one closer to the front of the cart at least.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What-
do initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
So you can either click the initiative button or shift click the initiative button to take 4 on your initiative and go in the middle.
I got a 4 anyway.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are your initiative button?
It's on the front. It's underneath the cantrips. Or
There
not
it is.
cantrips, contexts. My bad.
Gosh.
Says.
I passed.
Okay.
You did it.
Let me do that.
I did not pass.
All right. Gonna add you guys to the combat tracker.
Oh, I passed. Do I need to say that? Yeah.
Why is it not doing the button?
Did you unpause the game table?
Maybe not. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. I'm pushing the reset initiative button, not the roll initiative
Oh,
button.
that
There we
would
go.
that would do it. And then Jake
That's the
disappeared.
problem. Oh, Jake died. Okay, cool. So now I got this fancy initiative tracker that might have popped up for everyone. You'll see it's in the phases. So
Oh,
phase
yes.
1, people that got their initiative first, which is Dan. It's like,
The first time I rolled, I got a 4. Does that count for anything?
oh, I didn't mean to clean all that. A 4 is standard. So 4 is you go
Okay.
in the middle.
Yep.
Getting a 5 or 6, you go at the beginning, and getting a 1, 2, or 3, you go at the end.
Okay.
Well, there's a thing that said re,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, the only one that you see very clearly right now is the thing that kind of screeched underneath the cart. And the cart's pretty tall, so it's like it's kind of in between the wheels. So it'd be easy for you to take a shot at it.
Well, we'll go up there and we'll give it a stab.
All right.
Just-
Yeah. Give me that attack there.
Do we need to know the context?
The context on these are nature or desolate.
Hooray! I could check the box. And it did not help me in any way, shape, or
no.
form.
No.
All right, why not? Let's push it.
You can do it.
Oh my God.
That's why not.
Oh, you got a success though.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to replace one of my 4s with my 2 that I rolled earlier, so I'm not broken by this.
That's a good idea. As you walk up, you pull out your sword. You're about to like crawl under, and this thing jumps at you, scratches. That's what that 3 damage will be.
Got huge pointy teeth.
Yeah, and you see this thing looks to be like kind of a natural creature. It's not like some twisted blight looking thing. It's just a really weird looking fox.
I still get to roll a d6 of damage on him.
You do.
And hopefully that's all it takes to kill him.
Yep.
Hooray! Thank goodness. Hold on, let me double check. I haven't picked up that one yet. Gosh darn it.
I really
I was going
yeah,
to take
the-
lucky so I could reroll.
lucky
I could
draw.
explode the one.
Yeah.
But I haven't yet because I don't have
Almost.
enough. I have 4 XP.
Ah.
I need
I'd
one
put
more.
that in there for you.
I know it's on my agenda to pick up. It's literally next on the list.
That's great.
But I need 1 more XP. I'm so excited
Man.
to roll that one.
All right. It takes 1 damage.
Takes 1 damage. I took more damage than it did.
What's
I
that
think
one
Dan was the only
saying?
one that
Like, this
succeeded.
is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you.
Mhm, mhm.
That's spot on.
Yeah. It happened.
All right. Now with Dan doing that, it moves to phase 2, which is enemy swift actions. So you've all seen these lights, the eyes popping up, reflecting off the light, and 4 more of these creatures run into the camp. They haven't attacked yet, but they're all just kind of going for random things. You see one going for, or actually 2 of them are going for the animals in the cart. And then one is going for Jake, one is going for Dan, and
I'm counting on them all to do poorly then.
see, one of them is probably going for Chuck. I imagine Chuck, you're pretty close to the cart.
Yeah.
We did not get to nap before this.
But that's just their swift actions. It moves to you guys. So they are all in the light now.
Chuck, go ahead and take your action.
Save me.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it's everyone but Jake gets to go, basically. So,
Yeah. So the one that we need to save Dan, the one that's at the front of the cart, is that the one that Dan hurt himself on?
Yeah.
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 Heroically. Bravely.
Valiantly, even.
I would like, and I don't know if this is possible, to not use a swift action.
Mhm.
And
These
shoot.
are all within your range.
Nice.
So
Oh, well, that would have been nice to know because I could have had advantage.
uh
I should
roll
have
it
asked. That's all right.
Yeah.
I already made my mistakes.
yeah, so because in mine, you don't have to use movement if it's within your range. Movement is considered like part of the test if it's within a movement of you traditionally.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Movement is just to move the max
Across
movement to
zones.
another thing. Yeah.
I'll have to remember that.
It's a little different, but I
It's-
like hand waving that.
Nice.
Seems right.
Yep. 2 successes there.
Yeah.
You take a shot at the one that was jumping at Dan, you said?
Yeah. So that's going to be
Okay.
2 weapon die, which is D8.
Yep.
And since I got
And
2
I believe
successes,
you have
it's
trusty. So you're rolling 2, and then you have a D8 as your weapon, and then that weapon has trusty as a tag for it. So
Oh.
click the trusty box on it.
that's right.
And you can do there's an impact roll macro.
2 D8 trusty.
Mhm.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Nice.
You hit this one. It's like going to jump up at Dan again. It takes a shot from your arrow, rolls off to the side. The arrow breaks on the ground as it's kind of like rolling over. It gets up, it's limping, hisses. It looks like it's going to try and run off. It's not dead, but it looks like if it took any more damage, it would die.
Okay.
You basically broke its health threshold.
That's my
So
attack.
that's the first one.
Hey,
And there are 2 on the cart. Still, that's one that was attacking Dan. There are 2 on the cart. There was one that was kind of close to you, Chuck. That's like just coming out from the shadows, and then one that was kind of close to Jake.
I'm gonna shoot at one of the ones on the cart.
Okay. Roll it.
You.
Oof.
I'm gonna push it.
Oof.
Hooray!
All right. 1 damage as you're struggling, kind of like trip a little bit.
My armor doesn't help with that, right?
No, it is direct damage on push.
What I thought, just checking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. And then with that, player actions are done. Goes to enemy main actions. As we've got 2 in the cart, 1 on Jake, 1 on Chuck. So
The one that was on me, did it hit me?
no, because they get their swift actions in the first part of the
that's
round,
right.
and then they get
Yep.
their main actions.
I'm
So
remembering
it's
how
broken
this
up.
game works.
the first part of the round is just me telling you what they're going to do, and
Yeah.
then you have a chance to like react pretty much.
Okay.
So this one's going to take. Oh, I can change the name of it too. I'm just gonna call these weird foxes. This one's going to make a bite attack at you, Chuck.
How dare it?
Then there's the 2 on the cart. I'm just going to roll all of these. One of them hits the cart, and then Jake.
Oh,
my God.
boy.
Oh no.
Wow, that one rolled well. Okay.
Those darn demo NPCs.
I think Joe's been taking notes from John. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so Chuck. Take 2 d6. 5 points of damage as one of them jumps and sinks its teeth in your leg.
Okay. That puts me at -1.
Okay. So
I want
Raise
to
your
use a
fatigue
1
by
to
1
save
and then
you,
click
but
the
I think I
button.
need to save the ones for Jake.
Lingering condition, and it's a physical, so you can drag that ego hit to your sheet there, Chuck.
Okay. I gotta fucking fight someone.
Probably
This
Anyone?
is a funny one for you guys to get in the wilderness.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to fucking
But-
fist fight a druid or some shit.
Yeah. I might do this. That'll be really fun once you guys get into town. I'll sit on that.
Okay.
Okay. Then there's the 2 that go for the cart, but only one of them hits the cart. So they're going to go into Chuck. You have the list of all the animals, don't you?
I have some
No.
animal. Oh no, Joe. Joe.
Don't tell him.
Joe.
Don't tell him.
It's too
Just
late.
give him the
Yeah,
ones.
let me write dead there on.
Just tell him the ones
Oh.
that you don't like.
Look at the
Oh.
smile on Joe's face. Look at
Oh.
him. Look at the glee.
He's been waiting
Sure.
to savor this
That's all should
moment.
go. Brian Craftston and Puffin Daddy. Well, Puffin Daddy, I think you had like
Don't-
on you. Right?
And,
Yeah.
and Hennifer.
Hennifer got eaten. Hennifer was
Hennifer's
underneath the-
dead.
Oh, she's the first one.
Yeah, she was the first casualty as you guys came through. Yep.
Hennifer, no.
So we'll see. Chuck, why don't you roll me the D4?
God. It's going
So-
after. Is that Brian Crabston?
It's going after. I had it the goat as 1, 2, and then Brian Crabston and then chicken. The goat was more of a target. So
Oh.
I mean, the goat is larger.
yeah. So that's all she goat gets.
Oh,
Obliterated
my
as this
God.
fox
No.
takes a big
No.
bite into its
Is
neck.
this when we save? Do we save? That's all she got by forcing a 1 on that 6.
Yes.
You could. They would
How
be
much-
alive.
Would they?
Yeah, they would be
this-
alive if you did that.
Is this the
Do
most
it.
valuable use of it? Yes.
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 Don't kill our pets, Joe. You probably enjoy this more than killing us.
That's the best thing about it. I don't need to kill players, just the things that you love.
That's why Joe talks about like an Omni-Man so much. He's the villain of this story.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Are you flipping that 1 to 1? Or is that what you're going with?
Yes. I mean, I probably
It is
should have
alive?
just replaced the attack die instead, but it was too late. I wouldn't have known which one was going to be the 6. So
Yeah. No, that's fine. I think the damage is because I would have re-rolled the damage, and it's potential that I could have rolled like another 6, and which would have
Yeah,
been enough to kill
yeah.
it. So it's got
Yeah.
2 health. It had 6 health. So it has 2 now.
Live.
I appreciate that very
The other
much.
one missed. And then Jake.
I
one
can't
of them
sneak you.
sneaking
I'm
up
sorry.
from behind you,
That's
Jake can
fine.
take
and it
initiative.
sees a tasty Jake there. Is it? Oh my god!
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Oh. I really can't save you, in fact.
It jumps on your back and bites into the back of your neck, like right on your spine. So, Jake, you're at 4 health.
Yeah.
And the way it works when you take more damage than what you have is every time it loops, there's another fatigue that gets added before you do your roll. So you get 1, and then another 1 as it loops through. So you're at 0. And then Chuck, you should have reset your health to back up to full after taking that lingering. Lingering resets it back to full. So Jake, you're going to take put your physical down to 0, and then take 2 fatigue, and then hit the fatigue button.
Immediate condition stumble.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll drag that to your sheet there. Where I did it. So you lose your position or move unfavorably, and then immediate conditions clear, so they don't linger around, but they still like have a fatigue cost. So I'd say this thing jumping on your back, you definitely like stumble forward and you land there on the ground. You're kind of close to the other 2 that jumped up into the cart, specifically the one that didn't get a bite out of anything. It's still kind of eyeing what it wanted to go for, and then you're laying there with this thing on its back, and it's looking at you now.
Oh, great.
With that, we move to the last phase, which is Jake. What do you do, Jake?
I'm gonna try and get up.
Okay.
Considering there's one on my neck and one that's now looking at me, I will attack the one that's now looking at me because I think that would be easier to hit.
Okay. So you can get up for a swift action.
Yes.
And then that kind of scurries off of you as you do that. Lands aside. And then, yeah, go for it.
All righty. Forget how to do this. Not prawn.
So that's the saving throw. So
Yeah.
do the D6 dice pool macro. So make sure you have your token
that's
selected. And
Here's my token.
that
There it
will
is.
like look at your character sheet if you have the right token selected, and then it'll do all the stuff.
Prawn melee. All right. Oh my!
You guys
God.
all rolled the same thing of
Bad?
like 1 dice.
I'm pushing it. There we go.
So you beat it 0 and pushing it
Yeah.
gives you another fatigue. So mark 1 fatigue, and then hit that button again. You still are at 0 health then, because you only reset your health until once you get a lingering. If you get a critical, it resets all of your health. A lingering resets the health that triggered it, and then immediately does not reset your health.
Gotcha.
So outburst, and this one's fine. Most of these immediate ones don't really do much, but they can interact with stuff every so often. So outburst, you lose concealment or draw attention to yourself, which I think is fair as you're being swarmed by these things. So mechanically, doesn't have much of an effect.
At least I deal 5 damage to it.
Do 5 damage, which is this thing's just under its health. So, it looks pretty hurt, but it is still staying in the fight. And then we do another round of initiative.
Yay! I failed.
Oh boy. Oh.
Tucker,
Oh
you
my
have your
God.
improved turned on. I thought you got improved initiative.
I have improved.
I don't know how to hide.
No, I don't, do I? It's on my list. I don't have it
It'll
yet.
still
Josh
pop
started.
up with 2 dice because I don't know how to make it hide the 1 die. But it doesn't calculate that second die if you don't have it checked. It ignores it. So Haven't figured
Sure
out how
wish
to
it
clean
did.
up. All right. Everyone's at a Y.
Should we all
Means
roll
go to the-
ones?
Well,
Yes.
we all failed, which means we
Oh,
all go on
fall.
spot
Yeah,
one.
I'll fail. Yeah. So
Well, that's if we get to
no one
go.
succeeded,
Yeah.
which means the enemy just gets to take their turn, basically. So
Uh-huh.
they don't have any fancy swift actions. They're just going to make their attacks again. Jake, there are 2 on you.
Mm-hmm.
Not the goat.
There's
At least there's only one on the
goat.
goat.
There's one on the goat. Okay. The one on the goat misses.
Yay!
The first one on Jake misses.
Yay!
Second one on Jake hits.
Boo!
Oh, boo.
And the one on Chuck hits with 2.
Fuck.
Boo!
Boo.
Okay. So Jake. 2
All
damage.
right. My armor soaks that.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's right. You have armor.
Yep.
I forgot to calculate that.
No,
I think you still would have.
You did that right.
Okay.
I counted myself, and that was quite horrible.
Okay.
It was just
Cool.
as bad as we all thought.
Exactly.
Good. 2 damage there, but again, you have your armor. Armor comes in very handy when you're at 0 health.
Oh,
You're
does
not
it?
constantly just racking your fatigue up. Then Chuck, take
Yup.
2. Oh my
Joe.
god.
Ah, Joe,
I'm
chill out, Joe.
down again.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's just 1 health bar. It's not quite enough to wrap around again. So up your fatigue by 1 and then hit fatigue button.
I'm at a fatigue of 3. Immediate condition weak spots. So you said the immediate ones don't reset your anything?
Yeah, they do not reset your health.
Okay.
Yeah. You stay at 0. Weak spot. Next harm you take is piercing. You only have 1 armor, so it's not that bad. All right. Now everybody gets to go. You all are in the same phase.
If I'm at 0 health, do I still get to act?
Yeah. The only thing that, like, health is just a measure of when you take conditions. Conditions are the only things that can mess with your abilities.
Yep.
So still get dice and
Who
stuff.
feels the most angry at the moment?
Well, I just had an
no idea.
outburst, so I'm going to attack the one that I attacked earlier. And I'm going to push it because why? That's why not.
Oh, up and by 1 and roll another fatigue cheek.
Oh.
You are rolling amazing on these, though.
Yeah, they're all immediate.
You're all kind of just kind of staggering around, being like, "Wow, God."
Whoa.
Sluggish, you lose your next swift actions, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I'm
You're
standing my ground anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was Jake. Rest of you.
How many
What's
times
going on?
can I stack advantage?
As many times as you have it.
Okay. This fucker that's biting me, I'm going to shoot him. And since I have point blank and priority, I have dose
You get 2
advantage.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Advantage and disadvantage is just the totals, and then they combine that. It's not like D&D where if you get a million advantage, you only get 1, and you get a million advantage and 1 disadvantage to cancel out.
There we go.
I'm sticking with 3.
All right. That should be plenty. So yeah, roll your impact on that there, Chuck. And don't forget to click the trusty checkbox.
It's 19.
19.
Nice.
You obliterate this thing and you wrap around its health so it doesn't get its like second wind thing. It just
nice.
Dead. So yeah.
I will
blast this
avenge
thing,
you,
it hits
Hennifer
the ground.
Garner.
You kill it to death.
You do.
People
I will
die
say
when
I
you're
did
dead.
roll for the first
With a
attack
kill.
of the fox. I rolled twice. I rolled for it to sneak, and I rolled for it to attack, and then I rolled for its damage. And I
Yeah.
did good on all of those. That one's dead.
I can go.
That one's
I'm
dead.
gonna use
There
my
are two up, or 3 up still.
yeah. I'm gonna use my spider magic and try to use my either force or athletics cantrip. I don't know which would be more appropriate, but I'm going to try to like web and yeet the fox by the goat.
That would be probably force.
Okay. They're the same, but just for specifics.
Force is all about like movement, telekinetics,
Okay.
that type of stuff.
I'm gonna push it.
Is that the right amount of
Hey.
dice?
That yeah. For some reason, right now my wisdom's down to a 3. I think I took some damage previously from something,
Is that?
and I haven't had a
Right.
chance to recover.
Oh, you probably burnt it on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something. Yeah.
that's probably what happened.
Yep.
Okay. So take 2, and what type of magic are you? You are occult, so it's 2 physical damage.
Yep. Which
Correct.
puts me at 0.
So up your fatigue, hit the button.
Clouded.
All right. You can drag that to your sheet.
All right. I cannot use
Cannot
skill or
use-
spell ranks on the next test.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it clears.
All right.
All
right.
Okay.
But I did get a success.
You did.
So I just want to like yeet the one from the goat off into the
Okay.
into the darkness.
Yeah, and I'll say, roll me the impact of your weapon,
Sure.
of your focus. Okay. So you send it flying pretty far. It spirals and rolls a little bit. Seems to be hurt a little bit from how you threw it, and it kind of like skidded across the ground.
Okay.
It's been deterred away from the cart.
Fair enough.
With that, there are 2 on Jake, and then this one landed over by Dan.
Oh no.
So that's John and Jake that have gone, right? And Chuck, right? So
Yeah, it just leaves me. But now there's one right next to me, so
there is one right next to you.
Delete it.
I feel like that's the correct decision here, yeah. Gonna do a little of this and a little of that, and I've got advantage because I haven't moved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, one success.
Oh.
I did. I think I'm gonna just keep that right there.
That's fair. Yep.
Probably, yeah. One of us has to survive.
I mean, I wouldn't really. That's high expectations for me.
Mhm.
All right, 4 damage. It's better than 1.
4 damage. It's pretty good. So pretty much 2 of them are really badly hurt, and they seem to be running away when they hit their second wind. So it looks like 2 of them are basically 1 hit, and another one is potentially 1 hit if you hit it hard enough. Loops back around, initiative. Don't forget, if you shift click the initiative, you go in the middle of the round.
But that's not fun.
It's
Oh.
not.
Nailed
Oh
it.
my god.
But you know what? Rudigar will
Save us,
save
Chuck.
us.
Yes.
I will try. Yes, I will.
Joe, what
Okay.
have you done?
I don't know.
I blame
you
you
get to
for
go
this.
first.
We,
There's 1 on Dan. There's 1, 2 on Jake still,
I am.
because you obliterated the 1 on you.
Yeah. How close
3
am
of
I
us
to
Another
the one?
chart
actually rolled
anymore.
ones.
All right. I'm gonna try, and I think Jake needs help more because there's 2 on him.
The animals are fine now.
Yes. It's just you guys.
That
Oh.
is 2 successes.
Okay. Roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Oh, I need to reset this.
12 damage.
Ooh-wee.
12 damage. Okay. Just barely doesn't loop around on this one, but you do take one of the ones that was full health out as they get this. And they're kind of limping. They have the arrow stuck in them still, and they screw you off into the night.
Okay.
I'd just
That's
like to
it.
point out that we faced a Grusk and some Inquisitor Knights and the giant bird last time.
And
what's
haven't
kicking our
healed
ass?
since then.
Boxes.
Boxes.
Mhm. You guys have healed since the Grusk, but
We
not
got
since
jumped
the...
by guns and tear gas at one point. We
Yeah,
You
fared
did.
better than this.
we did.
Yeah. That one wasn't as bad because you guys were getting knocked out when you passed out.
Yeah, out
That
of
one
all
had
the
a-
things that we fought, we're getting our asses kicked by mundane creatures.
Yeah.
There's a
That sounds
lot
about
of them.
right.
And they're rolling very well.
We are not.
All right.
They fought many a
Uh,
beast, but lo and behold, the fox laid waste
That.
to them.
I guess it's my turn, so I should be doing stuff. So no one's going in the middle, which means these guys basically just get a full turn then.
Mhm.
I want to say, with there only being 2 out of 5 left, we're going to do some saving throws on both of them on if they want to stay or not.
I don't even know how I feel about that. Because before I was like, yeah, I want to kill them all for hurting Hennifer, but I also don't
Now I
want
just
them
kinda
to
wanna
kill
let 'em
us.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them runs off. The other one stays.
So which of us is he gonna kill?
The one that ran off was the one that was on Jake. The one that was on Dan's the one that stayed,
Oh, that bastard.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Dan, he's going to take a bite at you.
Oh no.
5 damage.
Yeah, that puts me under.
Good old chomp. All right.
Yeah.
Up your fatigue by 1 and hit the button.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nothing happens. What are the odds of that?
That's fantastic.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yep, nothing happens, but you still get your 1 fatigue. So should be at 2 now. All right.
Yeah.
There's just this last one. So now it goes to the rest of you guys. All 3 of you. See this one? It's got its teeth in Dan's leg. Just...
I have a plan if one of you would like to kill it first, so then I can finish off the other one or die trying.
You should do it.
Yeah,
So someone needs to kill this one first.
I will attack with a whip.
I hear if there's a whip, there's a way.
Indeed.
Is that how that goes?
Hey, there
There's
you go.
this time.
It is.
2 successes.
I'm feeling spiteful, so I'm going to push.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Let the rage consume you.
Lingering condition. Infection. Oh boy.
Oh God.
Oh. Oh dear.
The rage is consuming you in unexpected ways.
Yeah.
A wound festers as infection sets in. Physical damage against you explodes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's rough.
That's an old wife saying about rubbing the dirt in it. That's really not a good idea.
No,
Especially a
that's-
bite wound.
Yeah.
Especially a bite wound, yeah.
Especially a bite wound. Don't rub dirt in it.
You
That
obliterate
damage is
this
good,
thing
though.
because it was pretty close to being dead, and then this loops through its second wind. So it's
Hang on. 10
And
damage.
you're doing this with the whip?
46.
Yep.
God.
all right. This thing's on Dan, and you whip it, and it just snaps its neck, and it goes spiraling off of him.
you whip it real good.
Real good.
Oh yeah.
You.
Oh,
All right. Well, there's one running away, and that's unacceptable. Because I have the ritual warp, so I'm going to warp to it and do my best to kill it. Yes, I'm using my best skill on this.
I love
Fair
it.
enough.
Do
This
it.
is vengeance.
Yeah, this is vengeance. I am.
You lean forward a little
Knight.
bit. Just
I am the sword man. I
Yep.
don't know.
Something.
There's nothing. Something. I'm vengeance. There's something. Who cares?
nice.
Push.
2 successes.
Where?
Oh
Okay.
God. Oh God. Not fucking
I love
around.
All right. Up your fatigue by 1 and hit the button.
Do I get to roll my damage first
Yeah, roll your damage first. Yeah.
before I can't?
That should always resolve first before you take the
Hooray!
15.
There we go.
You kill it 3 times over.
Nice.
Yay!
Or 2 times over.
Yay.
Good job.
Now, how much do I kill
'Cause it's
myself?
Only one way.
Slug it.
Hey, there you go.
Not so bad.
That's not bad.
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Better yet, since I used warp and I haven't moved, I can warp back to exactly where I was before.
You can.
Nice.
Damn. Let's go back. All right. With that, yeah, your immediate conditions clear. Like at the end of the combat, even when it says like lose your next, whatever, like that's usually just supposed to be in the next immediate little bit. It doesn't like if you don't do a test for a full day, it doesn't
Okay.
wait that long.
I imagine that like I disappeared, and in the distance you hear and then I disappear back next to you.
Yeah.
Interesting
you
hat
guys
you
hear
got there.
There's like a little bit of a pop in the air. And you hear this horrific this fox is just decimated out. He comes back
That's
covered in
amazing.
blood.
Just like a powering up scream happens.
Yeah.
All the way
Yeah.
out there, and then still right next to you.
All right. They are all dead.
Okay.
Yes,
They
we
deserved
are.
it.
Guys, continue your resting rituals for the night.
Yes,
I will-
Get a
please.
long rest.
Mhm.
And watch until somebody wants to relieve me.
Yeah, we can sort that out.
Yeah, and you can hand wave all that for sure.
So we can take a long rest.
Yep, hit a long rest. And then there are the 4 types. So you can either heal the lowest stat in all of your health or in all of your pools, or the highest stat in 1.
Yeah.
And then it should reset your fatigue to the total number of active conditions you have.
It did do those
So-
things.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Chuck, you feel just kind of little
Yeah.
hurt, kind of wanting to prove yourself.
Yeah.
But you're suppressing it for now.
Okay.
But it might flare up later.
Something fun happening.
For
I've got a fallout.
if I've burned points in a attribute, how do those come back?
On long rest, you recover 1 attribute point per long rest,
Okay.
not per attribute, per like 1
Right.
at a time.
Okay, that's fine.
The only thing that speeds that up is there is a advance you can take that lets you burn luck for any roll, and that one always heals 1 as well if you're resting.
That's fine. That means my wisdom's back up where it should be. So it's good.
Awesome. Cool. All right. With that, you guys kind of assess the damage a little bit more. Some fox corpses. That's all she goat. It's like a little bit hurt, but they're doing okay. They had their rest too, so they're
Okay.
doing it. Their back legs have been, a little bit destroyed from the grusk, but they've rehealed only a little bit.
I did magic to them once.
Yeah.
Gosh. So goat's doing okay though. It's a little blood stained on its neck, but it's
How's Minton? Is he still chilling?
yeah. He slept, and you hear in the morning the same just his claws just doing numbers on the roof of this little petting zoo. And he wakes up and you see his head poke up, hear a little bell. He looks down. He's like, well, that looked like a lot of fun last night.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately.
That's not what I would call it, but
I mean, it is certainly a way to describe it, but I wouldn't say it's the right one.
yeah. I agree with that.
He's going to hop down and goes over to one of the fox corpses. He pokes at it. He's like, oh, I hear these things all the time. They're awful, but they don't like the water, so I don't really see them much.
Do you like to kill them?
I think they wouldn't fight fair against me.
Yeah, I think cat versus angry fox. Yeah.
I mean, he might be an incredible cat. He's been around for a while.
He pokes around at it a little bit, and he like kind of peels back the mouth and shows like the extended rows of teeth going back. It's like, yeah, I'd avoid this thing.
I would too. If I could have.
Oh, I can end combat too. That little thing should go away. All right. With that, it's the new day. You start on the path again. The smell of the dead animals goes away, and the cart continues on the road.
I mean, did we at least cook the remains of Hennifer? Like, get one chicken wing out of her?
How dare you?
Yeah.
No, I buried Hennifer. Very nice service.
Whatever you wanted to do. There wasn't much meat left on the bones. They were eating pretty good.
I've now found my enemy for this campaign.
It's me?
No, it's foxes. You saved.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. You saved. That's all she got. So you're fine for now.
Yeah, I'll cut off the foxtail so we can keep them as trophies.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Eventually, we're going to make ourselves a fancy hat or coat.
Oh, absolutely.
You continue on the way a little bit. The trees start to thicken up. Grass comes back a little bit more. Start moving through a forest. Not super thick as some of the other ones that you've been through, but decent. And it's after you've been going through the forest for about half hour to an hour where you've lost sight of the beginning of it. You start seeing that there's like evidence that people have been chopping down trees here and there. You see like little patches that have been kind of cleared out, places where it's been drugged to the road. Some pretty recently, like dirt's still pretty disturbed and things. You see there's a few carts that are just out there that haven't been loaded up with wood and stuff yet, but you see lots of evidence that there's been nearby logging. You continue through. The trees are getting more and more and more sparse as you travel for the next half hour. Before you hit this clearing, you see lots of stumps here. It looks like this used to be forest, but it's just been totally cut away. You're coming over the top of a little bit of a hill. As you look over on the other side, you see this massive, massive city. It's got 3 concentric rings of walls as it's grown over the years. See, there's a giant river that's winding its way down from the mountains. And right as it hits the inner ring of circles of walls, it splits in two and kind of forks through half the city. Towards the south end, where the fork is widest, you see there's like a big shipyard. There's lots of ships being put together and stuff. Most of them are all half built. See, there's a lot of docks and things that are starting to extend in the river as well. Lots of farmland, lots of farms spread out around the outside.
Sounds like the technical term there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what other word I was going for, but and the other thing you see, there's lots of these like little kind of scout towers that seem to be just all over the place, overlooking this whole area. Some of them seem to have people in them. Others are too far away to really tell. And you see like a few just dotting all the way up the hills and mountains. As you go over, you see this must be the city of Brindlerook.
A lot bigger than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It is a lot bigger than anyone has seen recently. Like the city's probably in your guys' knowledge, like, oh yeah, there's a city over here named Rook, but was not this big recently. Had to have grown this big, like probably over the last 20 to 30 years.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could kind of figure out, like, just judging by the wear on like the stumps, maybe how old or how long ago like this area had been.
It looks very recently, like,
Okay.
and it looks like because there's so many stumps and things left over, it looks like it's been kind of rushed. Like they're not going through clearing out as many stumps and things.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a pretty hasty effort to maintain the walls and harvest wood for the expansion.
Right.
But you come over, you're starting to pass by some of these farms. You see they're fenced in. There's a guard tower here and there. Some of them look down at you. They don't really say anything, but passing by. See, there's a few people going in and out of the town as well. There's several roads too that looked like it came in. There's one that seemed to follow that river up towards the north, and then a few roads fork out on the other side. This seems to be the only road coming in from this side that you guys are on. Eventually, you make your way to the gate. You see there's kind of like a guard post and a few people over there. They're not like actively standing, manning the sides. They're just kind of off to their little building. They see you looking through and they just kind of nod their head. This big stone bit of this archway. Most of the walls are kind of wood and they seem like they're starting to fortify them with stones and things, but the archways on the roads have been fully like stoned and arched and things. There's little bits of metal that looks like they could drop down to block like a portcullis. I think that's the right word, portcullis. And as you step through, there's a flash of magic that might be familiar to some of you. There's these purple lights in a circle go around each of you. And you hear this voice pop up. It says, "Welcome to Brindlerook, the prosperous city where the Norin meets the Cradle Fork rivers. If you would like to hear about the various wonders in the city, say attractions. To avoid this reading again, say exempt." And there's this little like person that's kind of, you see like just their neck and then a very low rendered almost bit of their face that's just kind of comprised of these dancing lights. And they're saying this, and then they're waiting, and they're not waiting in a way like they seem to be waiting. They're just like suspended in animation.
The attractions.
I'm glad you said it. I was about to.
You said what?
Attractions.
All right.
Magic.
And with that, he starts to animate again. He says, "If you're here for the Colosseum, you can't miss it to the north." And there's this little indicator too of like the city that's to the side of him. There's like little blinking lights here and there that appear of it. It's just like a general kind of rough, see like the rings of where the city is. Like, Colosseum, you can't miss it to the north. Head straight east and you'll find the Grand Bazaar, soon to feature a state-of-the-art teleportation gate. Need some refreshment? There's the Twin River Bathhouse, and it's surrounded by the finest shops in the city. Stay a while at the Chris Cove Inn, famous for their red apple ale, and the exceptional business of the month, as recognized by the Commerce Guild, is, and their thing glitches a little bit, and their hands change position as if this was like kind of overwritten in the recording recently. The Hefty Habitats Petting Zoo. Enjoy your stay and stay out of trouble.
So what I'm hearing is that we either need to steal or kill everything in the other petting zoo, because there can only be one petting zoo.
We're definitely not going to kill them.
So we need to steal them only then.
Yes. Aggressive expansion.
And as they say, the Hefty Habitat. Also, like as they're saying, the business of the month recognized by the Commerce Guild. There's like this really fancy kind of sigil and crest that appears saying Commerce Guild. And you see like the light on the map pop up, giving the general area where this Hefty Habitats petting zoo is.
I mean, there's probably a couple other things we should do first.
Yeah.
Like get healed up all the way.
Yeah, what if they
Oh,
have foxes in
upgrade.
their petting zoo?
If we can.
Oh my
Control
god.
Alt Delete.
Well, like I said, steal or kill.
We'll keep our options open.
I had an idea and I forgot what it was. Something about something.
Mary, that's a
Yes.
Ben Stiller movie.
Yeah.
You're right. It is.
You see, there's also like a few
Something to
boards
do
here
when
and
we're
there
here.
that have lists of like other types of businesses and things and where to find them. A lot of them, it doesn't seem to be like an official list of businesses and things. It's people have like plastered individual posters that say like their business name and where to find it in the map or in the city. Those are just kind of been plastered all over the place as advertisements.
Unfortunately, I think we're still pretty
some of them are kind of
poor.
looking through.
I think we are.
Oh, I definitely am.
Just a little bit.
I have some rope. That's my wealth.
I have a partially
guys
chewed
are-
set of armor.
Yep. A little wet around the neck.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, same.
As you guys too are walking through this, you hear the thing trigger again as there is a group of people traveling behind you. As they step, they kind of get stopped by this message playing again. You walk your way through, opens up. You see there's many streets, things going to lots of ways. The definitely the easiest thing to see from where you're at, just looking around, is this Coliseum. There's like a massive Coliseum that is built right next to the river. You could see that there's like big openings that seem to channel parts of the river through it for whatever reason. And as you're kind of looking around, taking that sight in, it's very loud. There's lots of people talking here and there, very populated, walking around, lots of people. See, there is a particularly drunk looking man that's stumbling around. He's got a bottle in his hand. He's walking back and forth. He gets shoved out of an alleyway, and you hear a guy yell, like, "Get out of here!" He stumbles, almost falls, but just barely catches himself. Stands back up. Meanders, has his head down. Kind of walking his way over towards you guys a little bit. Say,
Hello.
What do we charge this guy to talk to our cat?
A lot.
1 standard unit of wealth.
he walks up. And John,
Yes.
you're a gnome.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I forgot you were a gnome. It's good. So he kind of like is stumbling around, he's looking down, and he like trips over you almost.
Hey.
And he falls, and he like his arms flail. He tries to like grab you for support as he falls too, and his arm goes out. He just hits you hard in the shoulder. He's like, "Oh my god!" He stands up. Oh. He throws the bottle and explodes down an alleyway. Like, sorry about that, little guy. He reaches down, pats you on the head, and kind of ruffles your hair. I didn't see you there, kid. My bad.
You want to
What
talk
are
to
you
a
guys
cat?
doing? Talk to a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw a
Not
few
just any
coins our
cat.
way.
Of
Talk
the
to a
famous
cat.
Minton Brewery.
Minton Brewery.
The famous.
Sounds like a place with ale.
It was.
I'd like that.
It was.
It was.
What do you mean talk to your cat? I'm not that drunk.
No, we have a cat that
Oh,
talks.
but you are.
Oh,
You'll think you are when you talk.
I've only
to
had
the cat.
2 bottles.
Of what?
That's the
While
question.
they're talking to him, Joe, I am checking my belongings to see if he like took anything from me.
It's good that you do that. You don't see the Echo Warden medallion.
Yeah, we charge him to talk to the cat, and he pulls out your wallet.
Yeah.
You're missing the Echo Warden medallion from your persons.
Sir, why don't you have a seat right here? And I'm gonna try to like pick his pocket back.
Am I good at
Okay.
pickpocketing?
No. What does that fall under?
Agility?
That would be probably conceal I imagine you're trying to do it covertly. So
Sure.
that would be
fair
a
enough.
conceal test.
Conceal. All right. I got any ranks in that, but that's all right. I wrote
Could also be dexterity.
If
I
you
do have
alert me,
dexterity.
I could help.
Dexterity is would be the act of doing it, but not really trying to hide it. And then conceal would be doing it without him noticing.
I'm just gonna do it. It's like, look, buddy.
Okay.
You have a seat.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got this.
And I'll just.
I'll be taking
Is
this back.
Society for context.
Yes, it is.
I'm sad that my question's no longer valid.
Oh, sorry.
This would have been Urban.
Mm-hmm. But Joe said enough of
I'm gonna
that
say
shit.
with that one
Chuck.
success, that's not enough.
All right. Oh, if I'd known that, I would have. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Look, man, you just took something that's a little bit valuable, a little bit important to me. You give it back. I'll let you talk to the cat.
Not going to push it.
I clicked the window closed already.
You can still roll. You can still push if you want to roll 46 and then see if you get a success.
Sure.
Or a 1.
Hey,
There's another one in there.
1 success and 1.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
With that second success, you pluck it. He had it kind of tucked behind one of his fingers. He had grabbed it when he slapped you there. As you
Take it back
pluck
from
it
him.
away, you see his demeanor immediately change. His face sobers, and he goes at it again. This guy has...
We getting arrested?
One success. That's... Give me a agility saving throw there, John. Just click on your agility. Ale. So you're like, you've got the thing in your hand, and you just yoink and grabs it again, turns around and books it towards the direction that he threw it. His beer bottle.
Well, somebody's going to get run down and murdered.
Mm-hmm.
somebody's going to get fed to a goat.
So he's running
Also-
away down the alley?
Yeah, so John had it. He plucks it out of his hand. Guy turns and runs. And you hear another thing explode on the ground. As you see the guy that had shoved him out of the alley is holding another bottle and throws it at you guys. There's this weird kind of smoke now spreading along the ground in between you and him. And that guy darts the other direction.
Can I take a shot at this guy before the smoke gets too thick?
Sure. It's not
Gosh.
going up. It is
Creeping
going out
along the ground.
Only I hadn't used my warp skill on something silly earlier. Saved it for something
worth it.
meaningful. It wasn't really, but it just was entertaining.
It felt great.
I had this deal planned, and when you said warp earlier, I was like, that would have fucked this real bad. I totally forgot you had that. All right.
That
you
would have been a
pushed.
great use.
I did
What are
You're
push.
attacking. Which one are you attacking? So there's the guy that they basically are running opposite directions. So
I'm going
one's
for the one
running.
that was in our that John was
Okay,
interacting with.
So he's on the other side
thefter.
of this smoke that's kind of creeping out along the ground. The other guy ducks away. You
12
deal
damage.
12 damage. as you shoot him in the back. He goes, ah! And he trips. He kind of rolls, though. He stops, grabs the arrow. He starts limping.
I yell out.
Looks like you
I'll shoot again.
did enough to like drop him, but he's like still running. It looks like he's on his second wind.
I'll yell out. I'll shoot again if you don't stop.
He ducks through an alleyway. It's kind of a maze of things.
The chase is on.
I'll say if anyone else wants to take an action too.
I mean, I'd just be chasing him.
Yeah,
I'd try to like web him and like
Ooh, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
hit him with the force and like pull him back.
sure. I'll let you get that test right before he ducks, and then we go into the encounter. One
I'm gonna
success
push
is
that.
not enough.
Oh.
Death condition.
So you go to web, and a throwing knife hits your hand as he's thrown it behind him.
I don't like this guy.
No, he's rude. Why did you put such a rude character in our game, Joe?
What
Yeah.
a jerk.
As we are now in a narrative encounter. So there's no initiative. It's basically we're going around, everyone gets an action. When you fail or take damage like that, it's them hitting you back pretty much. I don't get actions, but there is a threshold that you have to hit within a certain amount of rounds, or else bad things happen. So this chase begins. There's this pool of smoke in front of you guys to start, and he's run down. You still hear him running. You see people kind of like reacting as he's bumping into them and stuff. So you haven't like lost where he's at.
Yeah.
So at this, there's not really like you guys aren't moving. I'm just gonna say you're like all kind of moving along. But anyone make any action or whatever, like anything that you attempt is going to build towards successes. It's kind of like a skill encounter or like a skill.
Oh,
that?
shit.
Like,
Lollygaggers are raiding. Hey, everyone.
Oh, dang.
The dynamic test type thing. So,
what up?
any test you think will help in this situation, you can roll it. And we're just counting successes. There's not really like damage in this.
I suppose I'll do athletics to try to chase this guy down.
Okay. Roll it.
Yeah, right.
Are you just running straight through the smoke?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll push it. Damn.
All right.
That's rough.
So you get through the smoke, but as you do, it's like slowing you down. There's like this almost heavy feeling in your feet. You feel like you're kind of weighed, like something's grabbing and tugging at you. And it kind of compresses your foot a little bit. And that's where that one damage is going to be coming from, as like your feet are crushed slightly. As you take your last step, as you're pulling your way out of this smoke stuff, you see there's like this black kind of hand that's got a hold of your ankle.
Oh.
Gets ripped away as you're on the other side of it. So slowed you down, but
Swoopy smoke.
who else is doing what?
I want
Jake
to.
for this round.
Yeah, I want to give chase as well, but I want to try and leap over the smoke.
Okay.
With my super cool dexterity skill. Yes.
Sure. Roll it.
I don't have dexterity.
And actually, this would be athletics.
How dare you, Joe?
Dexterity is for dexterous things. Athletics is for athletic things. Even though there is some weird overlap, but
push it. Good God.
Oof. Same thing. You like jump and you just land straight in the middle of this. As there's these weird black, like ghostly hands that are kind of grabbing hold of you.
And we're just not meant to succeed tonight.
Not tonight. Yeah, I got weak spot.
Yeah. All right. Yep,
That
add it
coin
to
was
your
nice
sheet
while we
there.
had it.
Okay.
Like how-
Dan.
I haven't
and-
done anything yet, so
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
I was maybe going to first try to use discern to try and take a guess at where they're going.
Sure.
So
yeah.
maybe I can get
works.
ahead of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
absolutely.
you being smart.
That's a great use.
Let's see if we actually can do it though. That's intelligence, I believe. And the
Yep.
context are things I do not have, I believe.
Society.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that. But I haven't moved yet, so I can take my advantage for my main action.
Yes.
Jeez.
Success. All right.
Let's well, I figured I'd try for more. But one is
That's
still
fine.
better than none.
One is still good. That's your first success. All you guys' first success towards this narrative encounter. So.
Hooray. Our first success.
You see everyone kind of stumbling through. You also do the same thing. You like run through this. You all are getting like clawed by these weird ghostly hands that are pulling themselves through this smoke. I think, has everyone gone at this point, or was
No,
anyone
have you
not
gone?
gone in this narrative?
I don't know. Did the narrative encounter start after I tried to
Yes,
join
it
him?
did.
Okay,
So you haven't
and I
actually
haven't
seen-
gone yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look so incompetent they'll feel bad for us and give it back.
We
I
could.
actually want to do a lore roll if I can to try to be like, because this seems over and above common thieves who would just steal these things for free drinks at a bar. Like,
Yeah.
could this be the Echo Wardens themselves trying to reclaim it, thinking that we had stolen it? That's, trying to figure that out.
Sure. I'll say if you pass this, it'll give you more direction on like where you should be going and how you
Okay.
should be thinking about this. So that, yeah, that works. Make that roll.
2 successes.
I'm gonna push because
3 successes.
that comes off my mental, and I got plenty of that.
Nice.
That's good. Yeah. So you think real hard.
Oh, headache.
Yep. And with that, so you're thinking like it is pretty brazen for this to be stolen from you. But this guy doesn't look like one of the wardens. They don't usually do like wardens doing like street fighting, dirty tactic type stuff. That's just that's really beyond them. They're like comically in the other direction to a detriment where they like will only take care of fights and things against other people, especially. Maybe the lines blur a little bit when they're out in the wild surviving, but they're usually pretty much on the up and up, and they pride themselves on that. So you're pretty confident it's not an Echo Warden guy. This guy being this brazen about it, though, suggests that there is probably a pretty brazen, like, thieves underground market type thing going on, maybe. And you'd expect they're probably not running to like an obvious place. They're probably going to be trying to stick to alleyways, find some like weird spot in the city that they're running to.
Okay.
So I'll say that's kind of what you're getting on these successes.
All right.
It's like, for sure it's not the Echo Warden thing. And then I guess you don't know exactly. There is an Echo Warden enclave here, somewhere in the city, but you don't know where it is exactly.
Right. Well, we just got here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just coming here to turn
it was
that
not
back
one of the
in.
attractions that popped up on the deal.
Yeah.
I'll say that's what you get with that. So next round, you guys all kind of stumble through this smoke. It's biting away at you. John, you sidestep that, but you stress yourself out in another way.
Yep.
You guys are still pursuing and chase. You're running down. You can see him. He hasn't made it away from you. He's still ducking through, and you see kind of things he's knocking over here and there, people kind of yelling at him for bumping through. He's dripping blood from this arrow that's in him. It's probably too crowded to like make an attack check safely. If you're going to try and do that type of thing, but still not impossible to thread the needle like you did on that child in the forest check.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Sure.
Nothing can come wrong with this.
This is gonna be great.
We're the good guys.
That's
how we.
And
That's how we know it'll be fine. Is by way of being the good
And we're
guys.
just counting successes here because it's narrative. Like impact doesn't matter.
oh, I'm pushing.
That was one success.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So if I'm at 0 and I take 1,
Mhm.
what does that mean?
That is another condition.
Just another fatigue.
I will say
condition?
too. You can always burn an attribute to get an auto success. If you don't feel like a random arrow going stray into a busy, crowded
I
city.
got a
of people
success.
when you
Are
first
you
showed
telling
up.
me that I need another success? Fine.
I'm telling you that's a really good idea.
I'll burn a point of wisdom. Because
you
I
have to
feel
burn
like,
the one you're using.
God damn it, Joe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The only thing that lets you burn another attribute is the one that lets you burn luck.
Okay.
As an advance.
Mm-hmm.
That would not be useful to me. Luck and charisma are both by dumb stat.
I take weak
I
spot
would say,
again.
like, you don't necessarily. You got one success. You didn't critically fail. You're not shooting a random person.
I did burn a point of agility. Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes.
Spot again.
I'm helping.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm going to help us too.
So 2 successes. You shoot this arrow. Still probably makes people irk a little bit that an arrow is fired, but it doesn't hit anybody. You line it up perfectly with when people are kind of stumbling out of the way. It goes through a market stall, nails this guy in the other side of his shoulder as he's kind of bending over. And you see him just tumble and stop moving.
We did it. I bet this is a trick.
You did have an account.
You guys have not caught up yet. So is anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I suppose I'll
successes.
run after him.
Okay. Go ahead,
Okay.
Jake.
Alrighty.
Make your tests.
Okay. I will stick with that one success.
Yeah. This is just you running, so that's fine. One's enough. You run up. You see this guy. He stopped moving, but he's still like kind of crawling. And he looks over at you. And he looks back down. He's still like trying to crawl. He's trying to like crawl underneath a stall and just get out of the way from you. But he's kind of like in this panicked mode. He seems to be pretty injured. He's got these 2 arrows in him pretty deep. I'll say with that, you guys have like 5 successes is what you needed. So caught him. 5 successes is what you needed by the second round.
And we did it?
We got there eventually.
Yes.
Yeah. We did great.
You did. So with that,
I wouldn't call it
counter
great, but we
ends, you
did.
guys catch up. There's people giving you kind of weird looks there. Chuck is firing the thing, but they see the guy laying down. They're able to do a little bit of a judge on him. Just be like, maybe he probably deserved that.
It's fine. I'm a professional. I am a zookeeper.
It's some weird
No
looks.
need for the town guard.
You should have seen what he said to our
Still
goat.
clutching the thing. He's burbling out. He tries to say something, but there's just a bunch of blood in his mouth. He seems to be fading fast.
Can I try to discern what he's saying?
Sure.
All right.
I'm grabbing the Echo Warden medallion.
All right. Pluck it from him. He still like tries to clutch on it, but his fingers peel off.
Oh, I'm looting the rest of the corpse.
Loot that body.
Yeah. Yeah.
successes.
You find a set of throwing knives and 2 daggers that are all worth a d6.
Pull the
A lot
one out of my hand.
Notable stuff on him.
Mm.
And he's also got a it's got like a, now we'll say it's worth a d4 of just like miscellaneous thieves tools. Not that high quality. It looks like they're trying to be not noticeable more than they are trying to be useful. Like it's stuff that you could mistake as other things, but them all together on this guy, you're like, oh, it's probably like thieves' tools types things that he's got on him.
Guy is not a locksmith.
A lot of bobby pins, sir.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of bobby pins for not a
Jake.
lot of hair.
These 2 discerned things, you read the lips of this dying man as he's spitting out the blood. And he's saying like explicitives, curse you guys. And it looks like he was trying to say a spell that didn't finish as he blinks out.
Ooh, this guy was bad news.
I mean, probably, yes.
So
There's still one more of them out there.
there is. There's probably a lot more of them out there.
Yeah, I ain't worried about
So
that.
I'll look around for anybody else who's suspiciously getting into our pockets.
You don't see anyone else. People are kind of clearing away now that there's this guy like bleeding out in the streets.
can go.
The vendor that he like died right next to, he's like kind of pulling his shop on. He's like, every week, and starting to try and like
You got to pick a better spot,
pack
man.
his stuff. And he's like, you hear this horrible wood grating sound against the stone as he's like pushing his cart, trying to get it away.
Guy, stop. I'll move him. It's fine. Jeez.
We can get rid of the dead guy. I mean,
Yeah.
People are kind of like looking, but there's definitely this like bubble of space around you guys of people not wanting to be mistaken as being involved. You see a few heads turn here and there that are looking up the street, and it looks like 2 or 3 pretty well dressed, uniformed, such matching armor people are walking down. One of them's got a spear, the other 2 have swords, not drawn, but at their hips. And they seem to be walking. They've got their heads kind of poking up like they're making their way towards you guys.
We should make like a leaf and split.
yeah, just
Just a little.
calmly, casually, totally not involvedly walk away from this scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're standing here with one of us hauling the body away.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have his blood
Yeah, I
on
changed
most
my
of
mind.
us.
I'm going to drop him.
Yep. Back to the wagon.
I'll say I just need at least 1 success from you guys to get out of the way from these guards. There's a lot of people here, but
What kind of skill you looking for?
that kind of works in your
Conceal.
conceal.
I'll give you
Anyone
conceal
else?
test. That's not a problem.
All
right.
I'll sure
Make it to the
pretend.
party.
Chuck.
Boy.
Well, fuck. I'm gonna push it. God
Chuck.
damn it.
Oof.
Why? Why
Nope.
can't we succeed at anything today?
Nope.
I'll
I
try
don't
to
know.
conceal.
It's rolling pretty bad.
My immediate is a mistake.
You as Chuck's about to like pick a direction that's going into a group of other guards, you grab him by the neck and pull him, and you all duck down a different way. And
The body,
you
Jake,
all are able
and
to
all
get
of
away.
us all disappear down the alley.
I was just
Yeah.
going to ask these nice officers to escort me to the warden thing so I could turn this in because this scumbag
You
tried
can
to
do
rob
that
me
too.
for it.
Yeah, if you're trying to like talk to them, you absolutely don't need to duck away. But I'll say
You guys scout away.
people
I'll
who
distract.
are ducking away,
Yeah.
can do so.
I don't have a badge on me, so
Yeah. It's fair.
Yeah.
And I have an injured hand to prove that I've been stabbed too. So
I have an infected bite to prove that I hate foxes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fair. It's fair.
And I have a
Yeah, it's
beef
kind of like festering
that
on
I
your neck
have
a little
to
bit.
settle with someone, so I am ducking away.
I've got nothing really. I'm just here for the ride, pretty much.
You're here to annihilate undead.
It was good that you ducked away there, Chuck.
Yeah.
As these guards show up, and you're standing there, John.
Mhm.
You've got the medallion in hand. They're looking around, and then they look down. They see this guy. He's kind of crumpled because he fell weird. Has 2 arrows sticking into him. He looks at you.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have a bow.
I don't
He
know who
looks
did it.
back down at this guy. They're like, "That was it." Okay. And you are?
My name's Lonan. I'm looking for the warden outpost. I got a medallion here to turn in.
And they look down at that guy who's clearly not an Echo Warden. And they look back at you like, how do you have one of those?
Well, we met an Echo Warden in what was the name of the town that we were in?
Westreach.
We were in Westreach. Met an Echo Warden by the name of what was his name?
Alistar.
Battlestar.
Galactica.
Yeah, we'll remember.
There we go. Yeah. He and
They are
then
known for having very over the top names.
and we had met him in Westreach, and we went and did a thing. And when we came back, we found his body walking the road, but he was dead. We put him back to rest, but we wanted to return his medallion to his folk, I guess you might say. So that's why we're here, because there wasn't an outpost in Westreach. So, and this piece of shit, and I give him a little kick, tried to steal it from me, which is how I got stabbed in the hand. I do not know who shot him, but I'm glad.
They don't seem to buy that you don't know who shot them, but they also don't seem to care that much.
Yeah. So give me
like,
directions. I'll take it over there.
And you hear one of the guard with the spear. You hear that he's kind of like whispering back and forth, and the guard that's talking to you is listening back. It's like, yeah, I don't think there is a outpost for any of the wardens. There's no enclave in quite a while other than here, unless you go farther south. So sounds about right. You better head straight there.
Yeah. Hey,
he's
if you
going to
want to send
point
one of
you.
your guys with me, I'll go right there right now.
And they look back at the guy with the spear, and he shrugs.
All right, lead the way.
You
The rest
have
of you
been selected,
are
NPC.
ducked away. You're able to overhear all of this. See John talking to them.
So we just
And the
need
guard
to
with the spear
bravely
steps forward.
follow them from the alleys. Bravely.
You see the other 2 guards are kind of like leaning down, looking at them. The other guard that hasn't spoken yet, you see that they put their hand out. They're doing some sort of like divination type spell over the body. And they're kind of shooing people away from this.
I hope he doesn't spend too much time dividing who shot that man.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what they're divining? And with that, too, John, you're led. There's the spear guy. He's like, oh, I haven't been out to Westreach in a while. My parents are out there. He's like talking about it and seems all excited.
I'll chat him up about Westreach. Sure.
And as he's bringing you through too, he's like, oh yeah, man, those medallions, like people are constantly trying to steal them. It's pretty bad, but yeah, it's good you're turning it in. Those fetch a lot of money if you get them to the right people. But
the Echo Warden seems to be doing a decent job out there. So
he's like, oh yeah, they're great. Little eccentric, but they're great.
Yeah, you get
And
eccentric when you
points.
travel out there.
Yeah. He's like, oh, absolutely. That's why I'm here. You get to a fork in the road. You see it opens up a little bit. And there's kind of all these, shops and buildings and things. And there's this one building that just comically sticks out as it's got like a more gothic kind of theme to it. It's got a giant skull of some massive creature mounted to the head of it. It's got this kind of like Hunter's Tavern look to it. He's like, well, there's the Enclave, can't miss it.
It's
Yeah.
someone's Fallout 4 camp who's been playing the game for too long.
Yeah, almost that type of thing.
I'm super happy to see this. And I will head
Overly
towards it. I'll
decorated.
thank the guard for his time.
Yeah. He nods back. He's like, well, guess there's a archer on the loose. Ha! And he elbows you in the side and then turns and walks away.
Yep.
The rest of you meet up with John. You see you are all outside this giant Echo Warden enclave. It's not a lot of activity like going in and out of it. You do see there's lights on. You hear there's some music coming from the inside, that like live instruments being played.
We finally
That's
made it.
where we're gonna wrap for the night.
All right.
Guys, right outside the Echo Warden enclave.
Yeah. Oh,
Alrighty. You guys got beat up.
like a motherfucker.
Yep. Again, it seems to be a trending thing for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got plenty of XP boxes tonight.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
checked
I'm
all of them
sure
pretty much,
lots of
except
people
for
did.
special.
Is Fallout for only lingering, or does immediate count as well?
If you take
Anytime.
any Fallout. If you take any Fallout or clear any Fallout, you get the check.
I think
So,
is
yeah.
is downtime a new checkbox?
Downtime is a new checkbox. So downtime is if you are staying at a place for a significant period of time, 3 days or more. There's a few different things you can choose to do. One of them is training, which gives you 1 XP point. So yeah, we'll go through questions. Everyone participated in the session. You guys advanced the story, found out more about Minton, learned about some strange lady that seemed to have brought the bird with her that he was talking about, both of them reeking of the blight, showing up after Alistar had been there, so somewhat recently. And you found Brindle Rook, and you are pretty close to returning your medallion. So lots of story. I think everyone got Fallout. Pretty
Yeah,
sure
we
everyone
did.
got
I think so.
injured to
Yeah,
some
I think
degree.
every single person did great.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think everybody failed a roll at least once.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Boy, howdy.
Let's see, special things. Who thinks they did something special warranting a deal? I'll give it to you, Dan, for your warp out to murder the guy. Like,
That was
Nice.
pretty cool.
Nice.
To brutally
I'll for
murder the
sure
fox.
say- yeah, I liked that. That was good. Anyone else feel like they did anything significant or noteworthy?
I don't we got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
Extraordinarily butt kicked.
A lot. I took
All right. And then Noah did downtime.
how many fallouts did I take today?
You took a lot.
Yeah.
It's looking like I took 5.
Yeah. I would say all of your lingering ones or your immediate ones there. Sorry. Clear out there, Chuck.
Yeah.
Because those are usually just kind of like for the immediate
Yeah.
scenario
Yeah.
at the end. They go away. All right. Yeah. You've got your ego hit as you're walking into the Warden Enclave.
Oh, boy.
That'll be
Uh-huh.
that'll be great.
It's gonna be great.
And then Jake, you've got a little bit of a wound kind of setting in your neck that's just probably itching and not feeling great.
It'll be fine. We could probably just put some more dirt in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
So long as you don't slap it in, it'll be fine.
Maybe I can
Yeah.
make some magic
Put
webbing.
some
and
dirt
shove that
seal
in
on
there,
it.
too. I don't
Yeah.
know. Should-
Absolutely.
I mean, I could always try and
All
cast mend on you, but like that would require me to be successful at casting anything today.
I don't
Yeah.
trust our luck with that.
No,
We'll
no.
wait
I mean,
until a
maybe
session we're not failing every
I was gonna say maybe next session we can try that, but maybe not this one.
Yeah.
Might not be a good idea. But yeah, that does it for tonight. We're going to pick up with you guys at the Echo Warden Enclave to turn in your medallion.
For surely they'll
Heard
reward
about a
us
whole bunch of different
handsomely for
attractions
being
here.
good boys.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Echo Warden people are usually pretty good on the up and up. They're pretty well liked. Yeah, You didn't get any bad vibes from that Ballastar guy. So should go well.
Yeah.
If no one does anything to pick a fight or anything, but we'll see how that goes. That's it for Anvea this week. That was our 11th episode, I think.
Who's counting?
11? Something like that. One of those. We'll be back next Friday. What else do we have going on the channel?
So tomorrow night, Saturday night, over on Goodman Games Official, you can see the majority of us here as Bert runs us through some more Weird Frontiers. Yeah. What else do we got going? Wednesday, we're going to be doing some more Dungeon Crawl Classics, Night Below. Almost ended the campaign, but the party said, you know what? You kidnapped our friend Toaster. We're going to go get revenge.
No one
Did
kidnaps
we
Toaster.
actually say that? I think it was more weird, just like, oh, those guys are dicks.
That could be it. That could be it.
Actually, I almost killed Toaster on accident, so I don't know if he was actually
You
ever
were really
important.
close to killing Toaster on accident. And then, more this next week as far as live streams go. John probably has something to say about.
Yeah. Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Defenders of Kobold YouTube channel, we have new episodes of Oops All Goblins. It's ramping up.
Yeah.
They're certainly not starting a fight that, is any way bad.
Right.
No fights are ever bad.
Mm-mm.
They
None.
roll super good the whole time.
Super good.
The bestest.
And Steven definitely doesn't break it with a spell later on. Not the game, but more the table and my computer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he did. That was intense.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
intense.
Tough to watch.
Is it like the time that you looked up the whaleology or whatever it was, and
No.
your system
Almost.
just hard locked?
I think what Steven did might have been worse.
Really?
Yeah,
It did
because
everyone.
it got everyone.
Oh,
And it lingered. Whereas, it was a reboot. We were back up. Yeah.
so it was an AOE
Wow.
with dots.
Something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You have
It'll
to
show
watch.
up in the next couple of weeks on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I
Awesome.
got.
It's
Yeah,
better than what I
and
got. Nothing.
Like I said, back here next Friday, more Anvea. Will be good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Lots to do here in the city. I'm sure you guys won't do anything else like murder somebody on the street immediately upon entering town.
That was self-defense. He was coming
was
right for
important.
us.
Yeah.
You had to do it.
Running away. Yeah.
He had a gun.
Yeah.
Should have planted
Probably.
a weapon on him.
That's
Oh,
right.
dang it. I forgot that.
He had
Should've
weapons
planted
on
a
him
gun
until
on
you guys
him.
took all of them.
We did. We made things worse.
Did.
Now he's just a regular
It's just
poor
an
person.
unarmed guy
Yeah.
with not even thieves' tools.
Hey,
Oh.
Rudiger, we might want to swap your arrows, like buy you a new quiver of arrows.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yeet those into oblivion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get some
well.
different colored fletching.
Yeah. Just change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
What happened to all your arrows? I used them outside of town.
Outside of town, there were some foxes.
Every last one of them.
Good.
Came back into town for more arrows.
Yes. There's
Not
more
in
foxes.
Thanks
Homeless
again,
people.
everyone, for watching. Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It was a lot of fun running. And with that, we'll get out of here before any more shenanigans.
Yeah.
There's no stopping the
None.
shenanigans.
Goodbye.
It's just a matter of
Good
time.
night, everyone.